Hey guys, Scrap It's back, and we're going to check out another chunk of probably 1970s, late 70s, early 80s e-waste here. It is a diamond cable converter box, model DW56, if that matters to you. Interestingly enough, the cord's, well, it's been cut, but the plug's cut, but the cord's still here. So let's take the drop cord off. Let's get that done first. So if we found this thing, would we throw it in with our e-scrap, or I'm sorry, our tin shred, at 3 pounds 13 ounces. So, you know, looking at somewhere around, what, 24-25 cents for this thing, just the way it is. But I like to open things up, see what's inside, pull out what I can, and see if it's worth taking apart. So I'm going to get the handful of screws out of this thing, and we'll come back and take a peek at it. Okay, so we got the all the screws out of this thing, so let's see what we are. There was one screw on the bottom that does not want to come out. So just some tin shred on there so far. So these are these little, I don't know if they're called, these little antenna apparatuses, like that was on the receiver they did just a while back. We have an enclosed transformer. Unfortunately, I only get like 10 cents a pound if they're enclosed transformers. Doesn't look like a whole lot of special on here, but let's get this thing taken apart and I do my best to cut this wire as close to the contacts as I can, but I mean, this little tiny thin wire, it's just not, it's so minuscule, it's just ridiculous if you were just gonna, you know, try to fight your way through saving 6 or 7, you know, 6 or 7 tenths of a penny worth of wire. So it looks like we're gonna have just a little low grade board here. So chunk of plastic. Take all that off of there, so that'll just go in as low grade circuit boards. Just clip that wire off of there like that. Like that, so low grade wire or low grade circuit board. And this, of course, is the screw that didn't want to come off that holds this transformer in. So I'm gonna fight with that for a second, and I will come back and once I get this thing out, okay? You don't want to watch me fight with the transformer, I'm guessing. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got that transformer out of there. That was not a whole lot of fun getting that out, but there it is. Like I said, it's an enclosed transformer, meaning you can't see on the inside. It's fully encased in steel. That's that thing. So I get 10 cents a pound for this guy. So that's about 12 ounces on that thing. We'd have this low-grade circuit board here, although there is some interesting little parts on it. I think one of these, I think these are socketed ICs. They might just pop right out of there pretty easily. Yep. So sometimes ICs are just socketed rather than being actually welded into part of the board. So I'll take those off. That's pretty easy to just pop those things off. There is a tiny aluminum heatsink in here, and there's a little heatsink right here. Let me get to where I can see it. There we go. Little heatsink there, little copper bit underneath in here. Otherwise, the rest of this board is just a low grade. Oh, there's those other spacers. Sweet, I'm glad I flipped it over. I thought I dropped them on the floor. So the rest of this is just a low grade board. So low grade boards, we've got 5.5 ounces of low grade boards. Just a little bit of computer wire stuff. This is the antenna wire. Take your little file, check the ends on these things. In this case, they are brass. So instead of just letting this thing go as wire, clip the ends of them off of there. It's almost like a strange kind of coaxial, but it's not really coaxial. There's a little more copper in there. So I do throw that in with my computer wire, and those things can go in with your dirty brass if you want to keep them. There was 4 of these little spacers underneath the circuit boards and the bottom of the case on this thing. So it is just a tiny bit of brass, just about an ounce worth of brass right there. So I'll just throw those in my bucket of brass stuff, and then we do have the shred steel, 2.75 pounds. I think it's worth taking apart. If you think it's worth taking apart, that's up to you. Plus the 3 ounces of drop cord. If it's worth taking apart, that's up to you. But now you know what to expect if you find something like this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.